Hey guys! So we're gonna start by first introducing the title of the show, which is Fic and Fact. I'm just gonna be spitting facts about my fan fiction, whether it's questions that you guys have. So if you guys wanna ask me questions, you can tweet me or you can DM me on Instagram if you are following me on Instagram. You can also write a comment, I guess, down below on this video. So yeah, ask me questions about the fanfic, and it doesn't have to be about characters specifically. It could be, how did you get into writing it? What's your process? What's your favorite thing to write about? Or, you know, just like, it could be about just the writing process in general, whatever you guys want. Right now I'm just logging in to Fanfic. Okay, so I thought we would start with analyzing Everything Changes Part 2 and Nothing for Granted. So that is chapter 16, I think. Yes, chapter 16 and Nothing for Granted. I just wanted to quickly go over this chapter. If you read it already, great, so you remember what happened. If you need a refresher, this is the chapter where Olivia and Fitz find out that Breland is dating Melly. I'm a little all over the place with this because I really didn't write any notes down, which doing this now has made me realize I definitely want to write down notes of bullets of each part of the chapter so that I know exactly what I want to talk about. The beginning of the chapter, Liv is just talking about how she's been in the house all day, or the last couple weeks really, since the surgery, taking care of Billy, and she misses adult time, not just sex. She misses being in the office, she misses hanging out with her friends, she misses being a grown-ass woman. Abby comes over to visit. They talk about Breland a little bit and about how she suspects that the woman is her and Fitz's age because Bree's not talking about it. She want to expound on that information. So Olivia, knowing her daughter, she's like, I know that woman is probably old as fuck and you ain't got no business dating her, period. And then it goes to her and Fitz in the kitchen and he's teasing her and he's like, I know you want it. And she's like, I do, and you're an ass because you know I can't have any. They talk about Breland and we get a little glimpse of how Fitz views this situation and how he's a little sexist and a little ignorant to the issue. Melly being a woman, Breland being a young woman. So a young woman seeing an older woman to him is just not a big deal. He is very nonchalant about it, like, you know, whatever. And Liv is like, because if this was a grown-ass man, you'd have an issue. Olivia and Fitz get to meet this mystery woman and they realize, oh, it's Melly. For a quick background, Melly went to college with Olivia and Fitz. Went to college with them and did pre-med. Remember, Olivia skipped school in, I think, elementary. Fitz and Melly are like 2 years older than her because she skipped school. Liv was like 19 when she had Breland. So that makes Fitz 21. And so that kind of set Olivia back a little bit in terms of schoolwork, but not by much. Just, it's a lot for her because, you know, Olivia is like a perfectionist and, you know, but she's on track. She's on track. She's right on time. All right. So I want to talk about the decision of making the woman that Breland is currently dating at this point in the chapter, at this point in the story, why I decided to make it an older woman. It being Melly, just, it happened to fit, help the storyline, help make it more dramatic. But I wanted it to be an older woman because I feel like it's not a subject that we touch on enough, especially when it's a lesbian relationship, or when it's a gay relationship in general, but specifically I think a lesbian relationship. I feel like when it's an older man and a young woman, it's an uproar right away. I feel like when it's an older woman and a younger man, there's that double standard. A double standard created by the patriarchy. Because if that happens to a young girl, you know, people are like, whoa, he's a pervert, pedophile, or hebephile, whatever you want to call that dude. And you're like, not cool. When it's a woman, some people are over here, some people are over there. Some people are like, oh, not cool. Some people are very ignorant and immature, and they're like, yeah, you should be happy, you should be proud. She sexually assaulted me. Don't think I should be proud of that or happy about it. Statutory rape. It's a little strange. Don't think we should be encouraging that. Just me. So, Olivia's pissed because she's like, hell no. One is Melly. She hates Melly. She's a bitch. Tried to hit on Fitz. Tried to get at Fitz when they were in high school, when they were in college. She don't like it. You know, killed a bitch, basically. It's also because it's an older woman. She's 40. Breland is 18. At that, she just turned 18. She literally just finished high school. That's sick. What a 40-year-old woman have to do with someone that just finished high school? So I decided to write about it because the whole R. Kelly situation was being talked about again in the media heavily. And I decided that because Breland is bisexual in the story, I wanted to make it an older woman because it's not something that we talk about. And when it's a woman, there's such a double standard, and I wanted to show that disconnect. That Fitz was so nonchalant about it, what's the big deal kind of thing, and Olivia is so not okay with it, and she has to give an example of, what are you talking about, Fitz? If this was a grown man, you'd have an issue. You would not be okay. You would not be cool. You'd not be chilling. You'd be like, what the fuck is this 40-year-old man doing with my 18-year-old child? Like, what is good? What are you doing? I think it was so important to talk about this and to have this conversation. And I remember someone in the comments said, great hot topic. And thank you. I appreciate that because I want to keep doing topics like this, things that really aren't talked about on this scale. I was really excited to do this way. But my opinion on it very quickly, I don't think it's cool for an old woman, but older woman, not that age, to be with someone who's fresh out of high school. I feel like 21, even that's kind of pushing it, but I feel like 21 is decent. Really, I think 25 is the age that is most appropriate. I don't think it's a good idea for anyone younger than 25. Like again, 21 is pushing it, but I feel like 25 is better. But definitely not 18. No. I want to go over the next chapter really quick. It's 4 months later. This chapter's chapter 17. Let's talk about sex. Part 3. I have 2 other chapters where sex is a thing. This is a family of 7. Family of 7, you guys. A family with 5 children. Sex is gonna be a topic. You know, it's always gonna be a thing. I mean, with my writing in general, sex is gonna be there. I've come to the realization that I write erotica. It is what it is. And I think it's because when I first started writing fanfic, I wrote it so sporadically that one chapter was written a couple months, you know, well, each chapter were written basically like with months in between. So when I would come back to write a new chapter, I would have sex in there, and then when I would read it all together, it's like, oh shoot, every chapter is sex pretty much. And it's like, okay, well, I write erotica. It is what it is.